one of a kind of a paranormal investigation case in which the victim's family was divided into two sides, one that believed the victim was possessed by a devil and the other side that denied any possession of any sort. It was a very weird case for Ed and Lorraine, and later they got sued by the other side of the victim's family. Here is what happened in the entire story. Conjuring 3, The Devil Made Me Do It, is different from the other two Conjuring movies in the Conjuring universe. While the previous two The Conjuring films have taken paranormal investigators Ed and Lorraine Warren to haunted houses, Conjuring 3 The Devil Made Me Do It is a new kind of horror story, and while the film takes the demon plot and runs wild with it in the latter part of the movie, the first half is loosely based on the real story of the first time that a demonic possession was brought up as a defense in a US court. The film begins with Ed and Lorraine at the exorcism of a young boy named David Glatzel. The real life story begins the same way. Ed and Lorraine really attended the exorcism of a young boy named David Glatzel in the early 80s. Present was also a 19-year-old Arne Johnson, the boyfriend of David's older sister Debbie. Allegedly, during this exorcism, Johnson asked the demon possessing David to enter him instead, and the demon complied. Several weeks later, on February 16, 1981, Johnson stabbed his landlord, Bono, to death after a booze-soaked argument. As the film shows, Johnson's lawyers argued that at the trial, he was innocent because he was possessed by demonic forces at the time of the murder. The courts have dealt with the existence of God, and now they are going to have to deal with the existence of the devil, while the movie goes on to spin a horrifying tale of the occult. In reality, a judge refused to allow this defense, and in November 1981, Johnson was convicted of first-degree manslaughter and sentenced to 10 to 20 years in prison. The case attracted widespread media buzz despite the defense not being permitted in court, and went on to inspire a book and a film starring Andy Griffin and Kevin Bacon called The Demon Murder Case. Possession doesn't last 24 hours a day, the real paranormal hunter Ed Warren told the Associated Press at the time. It comes quickly and leaves quickly. Arne understands what happened to him. He now knows if something happens, how to ward it off, and he won't be stupid enough to take on the devil again. The real Arne Johnson married Debbie Glatzel while he was serving his sentence, and was released 1 month early for good behavior after serving almost 5 years at the age of 24. In 2007, Glatzel and his brother sued Lorraine and Gerald Brittle, the author of a book about the case, over the claim that David has been possessed at all. My brother was never possessed. He, along with my family, was manipulated and exploited, something the Warrens were very good at, and along with their author, Gerald Brittle, they concocted a pony story about demons in an attempt to get rich and famous at our expense, and we have the evidence to prove it, his brother said in an interview. Conversely, Arne Johnson and his wife Debbie, David's sister, stand by the demon story wholeheartedly. Debbie, who recently passed away, was involved in the marketing of The Conjuring, The Devil Made Me Do It, and her interview recounting the exorcism and murders features in the film feature it. The newspaper came and I told them what happened. Debbie says of the day following the murder, he was possessed. This was the bizarre story behind the movie Conjuring 3, The Devil Made Me Do It. Let us know what you think about it in the comment section, and please don't forget to subscribe. Thank you for watching.